one from a lovely lady called Figs and Twigs.
Figs and Twigs? Nice.
Wants to know what your 2 favourite kitchen tools are.
Okay. If I'm not at home, if I'm cooking somewhere else, the things that I really struggle without are my knife, which, you know, some people like to spend a lot of money on knives, some people are happy with a cheap one. I think it's a mega personal thing and you've got to find a knife that you're happy to hold. My knife was a gift from my friend Dan and I'm lost without it, and it's just, I love using it, and without it I'm screwed. That, and I've got a really battered rubber spatula. It was like from Wilko for like 50p, but if I don't have that, it drives me mad because it's a real good scrape. I can't bear trying to like, I don't bake that much at home. I'm baking at the cafe, but at home I don't. But trying to do anything without a good knife and a good spatula just annoys me.
Yeah. So for me, it's a microplane, a fine microplane, because you can grate garlic on it, you can grate chilies on it, you can do all types of zest.
I'm always doing garlic and ginger on my microplane now. I never do it any other way.
Yeah, and it's so easy. And if you're not that good with a knife, it's a really thing.
And easy to clean.
Yeah, and for me, I think a speed peeler because. You know,
do you use a wide?
I use just one that's about that big.
Yeah.
And it's just a metal kind of like speed peeler, and you know, I make all sorts with that. You know, ribboning vegetables and you know, all sorts.
Someone wants to say to you, if you had a desert island, this is from today's Tiffin.
Yeah.
If you had a desert island food, what would it be?
Ooh, you know what? We've got the same. I've got the same question as well, so we have to answer that one.
Okay.
From Nikki at the Little Cooking Company.
Okay.
She has said exactly the same thing. Hers, she says, is butternut squash. She's slightly obsessed. She says, is she allowed to? She's also asked about your shirt.
Very strict.
So yeah, desert island food.
Oh, okay. I think probably eggs. Really, really good eggs. If I didn't have eggs in my life, I would be very sad. I use eggs all the time, and I get a little bit panicky if I realise that I haven't got enough. I like to get organised for the weekend before the weekend starts, so that if I don't want to leave the house and stay in my pyjamas all weekend, that is an option. And before, when I'm on a Friday, even if I'm knackered, I'll make sure I go buy some really good eggs. What's yours? What would you
know
lost
what?
it out?
It's funny you say bread, because I think mine would actually be bread. I figure if you're on a desert island, I'd probably be able to grow some stuff. I could grow some lemons, I could grow some veg.
There's coconuts.
But if I had a loaf of that Hackney Wild coming in once a week, I'd be all right.
Yeah, good bread is sticking an egg on something or sticking some bread on something is going to make it all better. Do both and you're really winning.
New superfoods, bread and eggs. Great. Someone wants to know what your go-to breakfast on a busy weekday is.
Be absolutely honest with you, on a busy weekday I don't make breakfast at home. I need to be at the cafe early, so to be absolutely honest, for me breakfast is a weekend thing, or if I'm working at home then I can make something, but I live for weekend breakfasts and brunches and making them exactly how I want them and taking time over it. I don't really do a speedy breakfast thing, but toast. Generally, I've put recipes in the book for breakfast because I know that I'm not in the norm and general consensus you should eat breakfast. I'm not advocating not eating breakfast, but if I'm honest, usually breakfast for me is once I get to work and then I'll make coffee and have something kind of later on.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your... Do you have breakfast every day?
I have breakfast every day, and breakfast every day for me is usually a bowl of fruit, some pumpkin seeds, some yoghurt, whether it's,
Again with the textures and the toppings.
Yeah, exactly. Whether it's coconut or regular yogurt, I kind of mix it up, and then some granola. Yeah. Usually I have a batch of homemade at the moment. Less homemade, more shop bought, but like a really good quality granola with not that much stuff in, and I just have a little sprinkle every day, so it doesn't break the bank.
What else?
What else?
Someone says, when's your next book? My friends and I are addicted. That's Missy Gold.
Oh, that is a very nice question.
You're their drug of choice.
I'm actually starting writing another book now, which hopefully will be out spring 2017.
Wicked. Aww.
One last question. What food do you most associate with spring?
I never ever eat asparagus until a British asparagus is out. So for me, that's something really worth waiting for, because you can see proven asparagus in the supermarket all year round, and then the first ones come and they've got the Union Jack on it, and it's like, I really feel like it's worth waiting for that because it's so delicious.
And it's such a moment in the year, isn't it? It's literally like some little angels that go like, ah, and it's springtime.
I end up eating asparagus loads while I can, and then kind of just get to the point where you're like maybe a little bit sick of it, and then it's gone. And that's just, nature knows how long you can eat it for. Wild garlic, like the first time that I discovered, when you say to someone like, where will I be able to find it? How will I like make sure I'm picking the right thing? And people say to you, you'll know. Because when you get to our garlic, it stinks of garlic. And when you find somewhere where it's growing and you bring it home, I put a recipe in for wild garlic oil into the book because every year I would pick it and use it as much as I could during that lovely period in spring. What's your seasonal treat in spring?
I love the asparagus, I love the wild garlic. I think Jersey Royals are a big one for me. When they come around, you know, when you first get the potatoes that you can eat with their skins on, that you don't have to scrub off, that are, you know, they're like little kind of sweet jewels and they taste completely different.